Hey guys, welcome back to the BArnzy channel. Today we've got something a little bit different. I'm going to have a match with my buddy Chuck. Chuck is a 200 average league bowler. I've drilled him a concept. We've got the Wayne Webb pattern behind us. Chuck, are you ready to get a beating?
I'm ready. Let's go.
You're ready. So Chuck's insanely competitive, so it'll be something a bit different. So let's get going. We've bowled on this for a little bit, so the lane is a bit broken down. So just bear that in mind. All right, well, you get started.
All right.
So Chuck is a guy that I coach. He's been super keen and practices like a maniac. So his average is definitely on the way up. So you were super keen to drill one of these because you kept throwing all of mine, weren't you?
That's right. I always strike with your balls, it seems like. Of course.
There we go, Chuck. There we go. So I am using the smoothest of the concepts that I have. Chuck has got the probably. Don't worry about it. We'll talk through the layouts as we go. Mine is a four-inch pin, I believe, with a 3-inch buffer. Chuck's is my ball that was a 4-inch pin and a 0 on the valve. When I put the video up, I will put underneath exactly what the numbers were for Chuck's access point, but that's where he got it from using mine, and this was the one he liked the most. Oh, just made it, just. So, what have you liked so far about the concept?
I really enjoyed how smooth it is.
Yeah.
And how usable it is following up with after the urethane.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, that message to the 9-pin is wearing you out. So, I think the thing that I like about the concept is how versatile it can be layout-wise, which really surprised me. I was totally shocked with such a small court how much difference I could make. Come on, Chuck, let it go. So if you want to see way more motion down lane, go with the shorter pin buffer. If you like to see something that's a little closer to a urethane motion, then go with that sort of like longer 3-inch buffer. So I'm using the smoother one because I'm trying to play a little further right on this. All right, so what I think you need to do is I think you need to slow down. You're rushing a little bit. First time like kind of recording on camera like this. So just slow down a little bit. Just feed it a little bit to the right. Like you were talking about, add a little rotation. That was a better shot. That was a better shot.
Yeah.
Everything starts to go a little bit faster when the cameras come on and you're like...
The pressure.
Yeah, exactly. So this is 37 feet Wayne Webb. And that's what having that longer buffer does for me. It allows it to not want to change direction too strong. I've got the front 4 right now. When I miss, I will go to the one that I've got that's got like a 1.5-inch buffer. That one for me is way more responsive. I actually am really surprised at how much difference it makes. I think you just got a little bit too much speed. I think that's the thing you're going to get out of this concept. You're going to be able to use a little bit slower speed because it's not, like you say, it's a little less jerky. All right, good spare. Ooh. I guess you picked the wrong layout. You should have picked this layout. So Chuck has a tendency to overthrow the ball a little bit. That looks better. There you go. Good shot, Chuck. Good shot.
Right.
It's kind of strange when you're playing so far to the right to be able to like not feel like you've got to throw it hard. Like in your mind, you got to like appreciate that you're although it's not urethane, you're still kind of playing that shape. There's just more shape down the lane. It's almost like the tempo of urethane, but kind of an in-between sort of shape, it feels like, down the lane.
Definitely. Oh, no.
Well, that was a little annoying. That was a little slow.
Surprised you didn't carry it.
Well, I should have done. That was one of my best shots. Don't hook at your spares, kids. Hi, come on, Chuck. Throw a good one here. I mean, that was pretty. I'm not sure that's where he meant to throw it, but that was pretty.
That was actually where I meant to throw it.
That's where you meant to throw it.
I did. I was
Let me
trusting
know
it.
in the comments if you believe
I
it.
was trusting it.
Is he Pinocchioing us? Is his nose going to start getting longer?
Let's see if I can do it 2 times in a row.
All right. So I'm now changing to the one that has a 1.5 inch buffer. It's a slightly weaker pin. For me, this one is way more responsive. So I moved 4 and 2 on that one. And like you say, you could see, like I said, you could see how hard it came off the friction. This one, I think, is going to look a little better on some of the longer patterns that we bowl on, where people use urethane, and I'm not really sure why. Like, because for me, I don't have enough rev rate to use the urethane on those longer patterns, like those, 42 foot patterns, 43 like the World Championships, where historically two-handers have used, IQ 78Us, black hammers, purple hammers, pitch blacks. Well, never say never. Chuck's on the comeback trail. So I'll move in a little further, see what we can do with this. But that's the one that allows me to play more shape. It covers more boards overall. So that one is I think this is a 4.5 inch pin and a 1.5 inch buffer. And the one I was using to start with is a 4.25 inch pin with a 3 inch buffer. So not really massively different, but the reaction is significantly different. It's another good one from Chuck. It just came off the friction a little hard. Still a pretty good shot, Chuck. It was probably just front starting to go, probably just time to move your feet just a little bit more in. Okay. Let's play a bit more angle. feeling confident now I've secured the victory. Chuck is just rolling his eyes. So, all right, Chuck, good finish. Now,
All right.
from the last shot, like, let's move in, like, do a 2-and-1 left off the last one. See, I haven't taught you that one yet. That, like, when you go through the face, trip that 4 straight into the 9. All right, so on this shot, let's move 1-and-1 left. I don't think you want to get the ball quite as steep to the right.
Okay.
That's better.
Got off my hand quick.
Maybe it wasn't. I think that that's the combination of, like, as the lane's broken down a little bit, maybe you needed to still use the friction but have a bit more forward roll. All right.
Right.
Let's finish this up. Oh, that's 0. Whoops. That's what happens when you get way too far left with a sore hand. I've got all the excuses coming in now, Chuck. It's a bad rack as well, Chuck. See what I tell you? It was a bad rack. Come up here, Chuck. Let's have a little roundup. So I think I ended up winning about 220 to 2-0. First time on, a little bit. You were a little bit nervous.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but overall, I know that you carry that purple hammer. For you, is this just a bit more angular than the purple hammer? The purple hammer is like the ultimate control ball.
Yeah, it's definitely a good step off of the purple hammer for me.
Yeah.
And it has a lot more pop down the lane.
Down the lane, yeah. So probably not quite as much control, but a bit more motion down the lane.
More motion, but if I stayed up the back of it, I definitely could control it and keep it, from overreacting. So it was definitely a good ball. I can definitely see where I would use this and have this in my bag.
Okay,
So
well, that's good. Well, thanks for watching. If you like this with Chuck, let us know. Comment down below. We're going to have a video with Nathan also where I had a match with Nathan with the concept. Do you like this new idea for matches? Let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. If you want to buy a concept, it will be out February the 27th, I believe. There will be a link down below where you can pre-order it or buy it or whatever you need. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.